Hello and welcome. This is PSYC1, General Psychology. My name is Brian Gendron and I'll be your instructor this semester. This course is taught entirely online through the Canvas learning management system. And the first thing I want to do is just welcome you and provide some preliminary information, most of which is covered in the syllabus. And that's the document that you're looking at right now. The syllabus is available to you online on Canvas, and you can find it in the Files folder. Please read it in detail. It has everything you need to know in terms of course materials, expectations, and most likely the answer to most student questions in terms of the logistics of the course. And in this video, I want to cover some of the basics. And so let's get right into it. The first of which is your textbook. And the good news is that I'm using a free textbook, which is available through openstacks.org. And you can download this in PDF format. Inevitably, there are some students who prefer a hard copy, and you can actually order a hard copy online through that website if that's what you prefer. But the textbook is very good. It's comparable to other introductory psychology textbooks that are available for a significantly higher price. And so I think it's a great resource for students. This semester, you are going to be using Canvas, the learning management system, which can be accessed through the following URL, ilearn.laccd.edu. And everything is conducted through this site, including exams. And we'll talk more about exams in a minute, but the first thing that must be discussed is the required materials for this course. You must have a computer with a webcam and Chrome internet browser. And the reason that these materials are required is that all of the exams are proctored remotely by an application called Proctorio. And essentially what this application does is it is facilitated entirely through Canvas, so you don't need to do anything except for have those basic materials, the webcam and the Chrome browser. And what it does is it ensures that academic integrity is maintained during the exam, and it requires some basic technical ability, and to make sure that you have this ability, I am requiring students to take a practice exam by Wednesday of the first week of class. So check the syllabus for details. In fact, if you were to scroll down onto the second and third page, you see this highlighted section, and that's where it goes into detail about this practice exam, which is mandatory. And if you don't take the practice exam, you will be dropped from the class, and your space will be given to one of the eager students from the wait list. So be sure to take this exam. It's just a few multiple choice questions. It's not even about the class itself. It is just to ensure that you have the appropriate materials. Now, if you don't have access at home to a computer with those requirements, Pierce College offers tablets and access to other computers free of charge. So please, again, read the details in the syllabus, and please do so in advance, because if you wait till the last minute, there will be nothing that we can do to prevent you from being dropped from the class. This is an absolute mandatory requirement. Okay, So let's get back into some other information. The first thing I want to just talk about before we get into some of the more logistics is actually psychology as a whole, which is the scientific study of thought and behavior. And so in this class, we basically, excuse me, we take the scientific method and we apply it to human behaviors and human thoughts. And so think about everything that you do. Everything we do could be related to psychology in some way. And so what I love about this course is it's very diverse. It applies to so many different areas of life. And again, there's something in here for everybody. Okay, so what can you expect? In terms of evaluation procedures, this is obviously an accelerated course since it's over the summer. And what we'll be doing is each week there will be 2 discussion assignments and 1 quiz per week. And then scattered throughout the semester is our 3 exams. So 2 midterms and a final exam. And the schedule for those exams can be found on the final page of the syllabus down here. Okay, so some basic information about the assignments. Each week you have 2 discussions, and what I'll be doing is I'll be posting a question or a prompt which requires you to respond based on either your opinion or your understanding of the course material. And then you submit that response. And when you do that, you will have access to all of the other students' responses. And for full credit on the assignment, you will also be required to post at least 1 response to another student. So essentially, it's a discussion forum. And ideally, we'll have a dynamic interaction happening between students in the class so that we kind of build knowledge together as opposed to you just sending me your responses and I'm the only one who reads them. No, I don't want that. I want us to engage in a discussion and a conversation similar to what you would do in a face-to-face course environment. There are quizzes, 1 per week, and the quizzes cover material from that week. And quizzes are due on the Sunday at the end of each week. So Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Quizzes are multiple choice questions. They're worth 30 points each. And then finally, the exams are a combination of multiple choice questions and short written answers. So again, please read the details about Proctorio, which is the system we use to proctor exams through the webcam. And the last thing I want to mention is that you will also need a picture ID for your exams. So when you open up your exam, the system will prompt you to show your ID, and this will verify that it is actually you taking the exam as opposed to, somebody halfway across the world who, is paid to answer the questions for you. I'm assuming you're not the person who does this, but inevitably there are students who do, and so we have to take these precautions. All right, let's see, what else do we need to cover? So there is some standard information on the syllabus, things like what to do if you plan on dropping the course, or if you're a foster youth, there are certain resources available to you, religious holidays, plagiarism and academic dishonesty. You definitely want to read these sections for information. And the last page is the course outline. So we have 5 weeks, and each week we'll be covering approximately 3 topics. And so here they are listed for you. And essentially each topic refers to a separate chapter in the textbook. And importantly, each exam, we have 3 exams, each exam covers 5 topics. And that's what this color coding refers to. So the green, the first 5 subjects, are what will be covered on exam 1. The yellow is exam 2, and the blue is the final exam. The final exam focuses mostly on those last 5 topics. However, there are some cumulative questions, and I will make sure to prepare you in advance once we get there. All right, lastly, at the very bottom, you have some standard dates from Pierce College. Things like when is the last day you can drop with a W, and things like that. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. The best way to contact me is through email. However, if you contact me through Canvas, that will also be sent to me through email, so that also works perfectly. And if you do email me, I encourage you to provide me with some information about yourself so that I know who you are and what class you are in, since I am teaching more than one class at this time. Besides email, I'll be holding office hours throughout the week using the Canvas chat feature. And right now my office hours are scheduled as follows: 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's possible that will change, and if it does change, I will email the class and let everybody know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a good semester. I think that there's definitely something in this class for everybody. What I really appreciate about online classes is the flexibility. So for example, it allows students and me to work from home, to do assignments when it is convenient for you as opposed to a strict schedule. And the last thing I want to do is just warn you, however, and the warning is that success rates nationally in the United States, success rates for online courses are lower than they are for face-to-face classes. And so I hope that you take this course extremely seriously, in the sense that it's going to require more independent study on your part compared to a face-to-face class, because in a face-to-face class, there's much more of a direct interaction between the student and the instructor. But for an online class, it's asynchronous, which essentially means that we communicate indirectly. And that makes things a little harder in my experience. And studies have shown that, again, success rates are lower for students. So take the responsibility into your own hands to really work hard this semester, and I think it'll pay off. And I think that ultimately you will enjoy general psychology. So I'll see you in the next video.